It is time to review FIFA 23. Career mode videos will resume on Monday. I really just have not had the chance to make one today. I'm so sorry, guys. I've been out and about and I was late getting home. So I thought instead of just not uploading, I'm going to make a video that I've wanted to make for at least a week now. I like to get the game, play it for a bit, see how I get on with it for a little bit of time, and then typically I'll make a video like this and just talk about some of the things I like, some of the things I don't like. And it's just a casual chat, and I want it to be more of a discussion, if anything. So make sure you get your comments down below. But most importantly, jump in the Discord. Let's chat about the game. What do you guys want to see? I can relay it to the guys at EA if they'll let me. And, let's just talk about things because, let's be honest, it's the final FIFA. This time next year, we're all going to be playing EA Sports FC. Sorry if I keep moving my mic. It seems to be broken, this. It's very loose. Yeah, we're going to be playing a new game, and I think it's just fallen down. Thank you. It's going to be a chance for FIFA, or EA. Sorry, I don't know why I'm calling them FIFA. It's a chance for EA to maybe... Stop! I'm going to have to hold it. It's a chance for them to kind of start again. And of course, it's just the name that's changing. The game itself won't change too much. And all the licensing and things like that, no problem. But we're going into a new era. So this is the last game. It should be a huge game. And I've got to say, whilst there are some positives, there are some huge negatives. I've got a couple of little pointers that I want to talk about. It's not completely unscripted in that way. But yeah, I've got some gameplay in the background. I think it's Barcelona, Real Madrid. But realistically, guys, a lot of this is going to be negative. I'm sorry. And if there's anyone at EA watching this, please do reach out. Always happy to help. I'm part of the EA Game Changers Network. You know, I'm always happy to jump on a call, discuss things, but let's be realistic, ain't going to happen. So, first impressions. What do I think of the game after, let's say, the first week of playing? Because there has been a patch in recent days, which actually I'll talk about later. I think it's ruined it a little bit. When the game first came out, I had some massive issues with defending. I felt like the AI got through your defense way too easily. Now, I don't know if they managed to kind of tune that, if they kind of did like a tuning update, which they can do. They kind of push something live without you seeing it, if that makes sense. It's like a background update. It felt like also with some sliders being changed, you know, I tightened up marking, reduced the passing speed. I put the gameplay speed to default instead of playing on slow. Little tweaks here and there, I thought made the game pretty fun. Fun is the word I want to use because it's a game and we want the game to be fun. What I've noticed, though, is since this recent patch has come out where they've definitely made some subtle but some big changes, it doesn't feel as rewarding, doesn't feel as fun. But it's early days, so I don't know if that's completely true or if it was just I've played maybe 5 hours since the update. But in terms of first impressions, at least gameplay-wise, I was pretty happy. It was a bit rough around the edges. There were a few little things I think need tweaking. As usual, the CPU aren't crossing the ball enough. They defend too deeply. They're not close enough, tightly marking. Little things like that, but they can easily be tweaked. Not just in-game by settings, but also EA can make those adjustments. And I was pretty excited, actually. I thought, do you know what? This game has a lot of potential, gameplay-wise, because it was quite fun. It's a good game. It's a good game of football. But unfortunately, if I was doing this video, 5 days ago, I'd stick with that answer. But now I'm kind of thinking, well, this new patch it's kind of made it just typical FIFA. It's very ping-pong passy, lots of RNG with the stupid tackling where you don't even recover the ball. It does my head in when I make a good tackle and I don't get the ball. It doesn't happen every single time, of course. You're not going to win the ball every time, but the majority of times I win a slide tackle. I've done it really nicely. I've tucked a leg around the ball. I should have that ball. And then it just bounces straight there. And all the rebounds, the AI blocking, just the usual. So hopefully, maybe if in a couple of weeks I come back to doing another video like this, maybe the patch isn't so bad. But what I will say is, based on my first impressions, I thought the game was in a pretty good spot and can only get better. Maybe not. Next topic I want to talk about, though, is PC issues. Now, if you're playing on console, this probably doesn't apply to you, but as you know, I play on PC. I've mainly played on PC over the years for modding. some news coming out regarding modding. I'm not going to talk about it in this video, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I played for modding, but also I've got used to it over the years. The crispness, the really fast menus, very responsive. You can play on, you know, unlimited FPS as opposed to console, and I like it on PC. So I've gone on PC again this year, and you know, when the game is running, it's okay. You know, the game runs like it should. It's a nice, smooth experience. But I have noticed, even with a really strong PC like mine, I've noticed a lot of my friends that stream or whatever, it's running very high temps, which obviously is not very good. It's a very demanding game, but it's not the game. It's the cheat engine. The stupid anti-cheat that they've put in is horrendous. And honestly, the team behind the anti-cheat need to have a serious sit down and evaluate what they've put on this version of the game. It's a joke. It's so taxing on your computer. Some of my friends that have a relatively average computer, they may be on a bit of a budget, they can't blow $3,000 on a true gaming computer. They're struggling to run OBS, or they're struggling to stream whilst running the game. That is not good enough. FIFA is not a very taxing, high-demand game. It's not Battlefield running around with 64 other players, 64 on each team with explosions and jets flying through. It's a football pitch with a few fans. Like, it really shouldn't be that bad. And also, I'm still struggling. Literally today, when I loaded up FIFA this morning before I left the house, it took me 3 attempts because it doesn't run. The anti-cheat doesn't boot up first time every time. And it sounds like such a huge issue. Oh my God, you have to press play a few times. But it's not like that. Sometimes I'll press play and my whole computer will lock up, completely freeze, sometimes up to a minute or two. I can't do anything with my computer whatsoever. And then it'll say, error, try again. And sometimes I have to repeat this process a few times. Now, again, not the worst issue in the world. I can wait, okay? But it's 2023 soon. Should we really be having a new PC game launch this bad? How can a game lock your PC up? That is ridiculous, and I'm pretty sure it's the anti-cheat that's causing all the issues. So the main takeaway for me on the PC side of things is the anti-cheat is one of the worst things to ever happen to this game. Please, please, either just remove it. If you're cheating on FIFA to play Ultimate Team, I get it. You're a scumbag, and EA should not let you do that. But at least let us have an option to disable it if we're only playing offline. If I want to play career mode, why do I have to use anti-cheat? I know they don't want us modding the game, but hard luck, because it's coming. We'll move on to career mode. Obviously, that's the mode I play the most. We'll talk about, well, lack of anything, basically. So what were the main new features for career mode this year? Well, not much. One of the first things they really talked about was this playable highlights feature, which is hot garbage. Some awful scenarios they throw you in. Oh my God, I'm one-on-one with the keeper. Wow! So rewarding when you score a one-on-one because the game has literally let you just run through their defense. Shocking. Honestly, it's embarrassingly bad. And I'm so sorry to the EA career mode developers. I know a few of them, and they do work hard on the game. There's not enough of you. There's clearly not enough. Oh, what a goal. I don't know if you could really see that. Modric has just scored. I don't think it's fair to blame the developers when they're probably understaffed. Well, I know they're understaffed. They're not given enough time. They can't polish things. It's not tested properly. But the playable highlights is a joke. It's not fair on the player base to bring that out and hope that they're okay with that, because it's not okay. It's rubbish. It really is. I thought it'd be so good. I heard about it years ago. This was meant to be in last year's game. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say that, but this feature was meant to be in last year's game. And if it wasn't at launch, they were going to update it. I never believed that for a second. Since when did EA add things to career mode mid-season? You know, it doesn't happen. So I knew as soon as it wasn't in the launch, it was going to be this year. And I thought, you know what, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe a year of development, it'll be a really cool feature. The idea is fantastic, you know, being able to have random scenarios pop up, but they're way, way too specific. You know, the one-on-one situation and the counterattacks. And sometimes it says, you know, counterattack for Arsenal or whatever, and the ball literally just goes straight to them when you press, like, when it does the countdown. I don't even get to play the chance. And it's incredibly frustrating. It's crap. It's absolutely rubbish. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in career mode. And that was one of the things I was really excited about. So unfortunately, it's good idea, poor execution. Hopefully they can do something about it. Honestly, it doesn't need to be specific highlights. And Madrid have just scored again, Benzema. Why not just say 12th minute and you get a small window of gameplay from there, and it can be just building up from midfield? Why does it have to throw you into a one-on-one? Why does it have to be a specific type of cross every single time? It's so lazy. It's so boring. I don't know if you can tell, but I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Such a waste of time. Sorry to the developers. I hate it. Next thing I wanted to talk about was the new feature, the transfer rating system. So when you finish a negotiation and you sign a player, it's going to give you a rating. It'll give you, an A, a B, a C. Again, it's just bad. It is so stupid. The amount of times I've seen people linking me pictures where they've maybe missed out on £100,000 out of a £20 million deal, and they've been given an F. Well done. Thanks for that. Thank you so much for that. And then they have the cheek to call that a new feature. It's not a feature. It's just not. It's just a stupid little pop-up. You can't do anything with that information. And it's as if, it's almost telling you, mate, you could have saved 2 million here. Rewind, reload the save and do 2 million less and you'll get a better rating. Once the transfer's done, there's no point in knowing that information. It adds nothing. It offers nothing to the experience. It is just, again, a lazy thing to add. It's just something they can put in the trailers. Oh, look, when you do a negotiation, you're going to get a rating. You're going to feel like you're being, rated as a manager. Well done. You got a B. Well done. That's better than a C. It's so pointless. And what else is there? A new UI, slightly new UI, just like the Ultimate Team one. This year's career mode is as bare bones as it's ever been in terms of new features, and it is depressing. It does my absolute head in. Please, can we get a database editor? Please, can we get official mod support? Please, can we have a way to have more fun with this game mode that is the best game mode in the game? Gameplay up next. I mentioned pre-patch when the game came out. Let's talk about it more specifically, because I think it's very difficult to make a good football game. We all know that and we understand that. And EA have the best product out there. There's no doubt about it. eFootball, PES, whatever you want to call it, the new UFL game, it's not going to come close. The gameplay that FIFA has is the best out there. It's not perfect, but let's all be honest. We play it because there is an addictive feel to the game. There's nothing like playing a bit of Ultimate Team, beating someone with the team that you've built, or taking over a team in career mode and building them into one of the best. The game feels good. Gameplay-wise, it can be frustrating, but it's very addictive. It's smooth, it does run well, and it is that word, it's addictive. It's fun to be addicted to it, and you play when you're angry, you play when you hate the game, and that says a lot. The gameplay itself in this year's title was absolutely fine, bearable, with a few tweaks, very good. The passing is good, the shooting's good, the goalkeepers were a little bit wonky, of course, making some weird saves where they literally go backwards, but it felt like quite a fun game. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was really quite happy with it. Playing some squad battles, I really enjoyed building a team with the new chemistry system, and the gameplay itself felt pretty good, but it's just so difficult to make a comment now that this patch has come out and kind of ruined it. And I just hope that maybe they can revert it to pre-patch, but with just a couple of tweaks, It was in a pretty good shape. Just a few little bits, and I don't know what they've done. And we can talk about Ultimate Team a little bit. I mentioned squad battles. I've played some Ultimate Team this year. But the one thing I want to talk about, because, we've covered gameplay and things like that, but some of the mistakes that EA are making in Ultimate Team with, the Heroes card, the Heroes pack that came out, so everyone could get a hero card for 25,000 coins, and it was tradable. I mean, that has to go down as one of the biggest mistakes in Ultimate Team history. It crashed the market just a week and a half into release. Are you kidding me? Is there just one person that presses the button on these things? Are you telling me there isn't a command of 3 or 4 people that say, yep, that's fine, pass it on. Yeah, okay, agreed, pass it on. Yep, that's fine, pass it on. Yes, everyone's okay, go live. It's as if a guy literally accidentally pressed go live with the wrong price or whatever. It's a joke. That is not good enough. A multi-billion-pound company breaking the market just a week and a half in. Constant mistakes. And that really bothers me because Ultimate Team gets all the love. And they can't even get that right? Come on, guys. That hero pack was absolute travesty. I don't even know if they've done anything to fix that. Like, is there a compensation thing going out? Because I didn't get a chance to buy that pack. I would have loved to pack Ginola for, 1.8 million coins or something for 25k. And I don't get it because I wasn't on the game. It's so unfair that some people have been able to do that. And I get it's hard to fix, but saying sorry isn't good enough, is it? Some people now have 2 million coins in the bank for the price of 25k. Well done, you've ruined the market. Hero prices went flying down. Of course, it will rebound. Of course, they can control things and, put some other players on the market at inflated prices, whatever. But it's a real howler of a mistake that. It's embarrassing. It really is. FIFA 23, I know it sounded very negative, this, but on the whole, I don't think it's necessarily a bad FIFA game. I think it's better than FIFA 22. I think it's better than FIFA 21. But there's still so many areas that are just lacking. And obviously, one of the big things for me is career mode. And next year, I'm hoping for bigger things. I'm really hoping that it's not just career mode, but the game, the franchise as an entity is massively improved on because they've got more control with it not being a FIFA title. With it being their own game, they can do so much with it. And of course, I haven't even talked about pro clubs and Volta, even if you play that these days, because I haven't played those yet. But I think, if I was to put this down to a rating, what would I give FIFA 23? Honestly, before this patch, I would have said a solid 7. Okay, and look, I'm used to the disappointment of not getting career mode features. Every year it's the same. Every year I am aware I'm going to have to make the most out of career mode and make it as exciting as I can by doing my own thing. I'm not going to be able to rely on EA to add these cool features that will make it more fun. But maybe in the future that will change. I don't know. I think 7 out of 10 would be a very nice rating. But right now, as I played squad battles last night, as I played a little bit this morning, I mean, it's down to a 5.5 at the moment with that patch. It's poor. It's a very average FIFA game all of a sudden. So, yeah, I guess it's a good thing I waited to make this because if I had said these things a week ago, it would have been wrong by now. I think that there's hope. I think EA can do a lot with the game. And I'm hoping, massively hoping, that they can rework this latest patch because maybe it is in my head, but a lot of people are saying the same thing. It doesn't feel the same after this patch. It's not as fun. It's too zippy. It's too ping-pong passy. Too many rebounds, stupid AI tackles, and the blocking. And just take me back to the first week with a couple of changes to the goalkeepers. And I think the basics and the foundations of the game are pretty good. But let me skip into this gameplay and see what the result is. It's 2-1 at the moment. I'm guessing it's going to end 2-1. It does indeed. So if you're wondering, shout out to, what's his name? Ayrton Silva. Thank you for the gameplay, mate. Hopefully you're enjoying FIFA 23. But again, as I said, get in the Discord. Make sure you let me know what you think. And maybe I'll come back to this in a couple of weeks and do another update. Because, the game's going to constantly change. And I do need to talk about modding because, if you've made it this far, I'll give you this to end. Modding is coming. There is a way. Stay tuned.